What's up? Changing up the shirt. Oh, it's a man wearing pink. Is he an ally or is he a boy? I gotta ask these questions. Anyway, it is May and my cousin's birthday, so I'm properly dressed for a cocktail on a rooftop, but also it's the start of something new. New month, full moon in Scorpio just a couple days ago. Time to shed the things. And I think that's so important right now. What do we do to start out fresh? And sometimes starting out fresh doesn't mean that we start off clean, but we start off fresh. First thing for me is just to focus. I've had such a rough last couple of weeks where I have not really been like in the mood for nothing. But I'm very much inspired by our homegirl, Phoebe Robinson, who says, you can be in a down space, in a weird space, depressed space, and still get done. Focus is definitely top of my list for staying fresh. Y'all knew it was an acronym. What am I doing next? I'm trying to rejuvenate and rethink and reframe. I need to make sure that all the ways in which I've been acting like, something has to be a certain way. Often, whether it be at work or in relationships, it's like, oh, this is what I've got to do because this is going to be the big picture. And sometimes we got to recognize that big picture, we drew that in a different space, in a different headspace. And we also drew that maybe with the aid of someone else, a little ghost pin work happening, right? That manager that has an idea about who you are. That friend that says, well, I had to live my life this way. Or a parent, I live my life this way, so that's how you got to live your life. Got to reframe on that, right? Got to rethink and redraw the lines on who we are. Expression, art, journaling, movement. Those are the three for me that get me going. I get on my resistance bands. I be out here like cul-de-sac Karen, moving, getting it done, arms, not causing problems using that arm to call the police, but, getting them tries and buys together. And of course, I love to draw and paint and just really create. Because I think when we create of our own volition, when we're doing things and making things out of imagination, what we can see, that's a whole exercise in training our brain to know that we can start to really, manifest is a dangerous word these days, but we can start thinking about that there's things that were not created before that we can create. We can recreate and rethink and reframe. Oop, there it is again. From what you guys have seen from my space methodology, sustainability is very important to me. So what am I doing step by step to make sure that what I'm starting, I can see a finish line to, or if I can see the finish line, I see the worth in being in the moment and making sure that I'm taking the time right now. And in a sense, that is sustaining, a good mood, a different way of thinking, a new existence. We've kind of coming out of that swampy place. And lastly, put some heart into it. I felt so off and down yesterday, but I was able to run into my friends and they had me laughing and hollering and hooting and everything else country and loud just to get that expression out of my body, let that loose, let some joy loose. So I think making sure that you got some heart in what you're doing, you're going to be all right. For this May Day, May season, real spring, summer's coming. It's all about staying fresh. This shirt can't do it alone, but I'm out like it does.